Well, hello everyone. This is Rick Berry, and wanted to just give you guys an update from the Go Fund for the Primitive Camp. Um, so yeah, just want to really say thank you so much. So many people came to support the Primitive Camp, and it's really special. We wanted to give you guys an update, and today here with us we have some instructors and longtime people with the Tracker School. And I wanted to introduce first River Brown. River Brown, why don't you say hello and see what you've been up to?
Down here in Florida, enjoying the warm weather. Well, we were a little cold, got about 65 for us, so absolutely freezing. Um, but I'm just in enjoying life down here. Trying to figure out all this fun stuff going on. Really excited about everything going on, and kind of this point of transition and trying to figure out new and creative ways to either one build my passion or keep learning in different ways because it was always set for me. It was always easy. Like we always had the schedule. I've been paying attention to a lot more of the bird activity down here and how they interact with each other and how everything is kind of that interwoven web that everything is. And I just kind of got a deeper connection for it through tragedy, through loss. You kind of look at things a little bit deeper and you kind of build these blocks where you can use these things later in life and kind of understand where you're at. So yeah, other than that, just been working down here and enjoying the weather.
Nice.
Hey, thanks, River. And also down further south and further east, Atlantic time, is Carmen and Matt Corradino. Carmen, hello. You want to say hello? What are you up to?
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, so we've had a busy winter down here. We've had some great classes. We've had some tracker students come down here, and Matt had a great hunting class. There was a lot of wild goat action. A lot of people really improved on their bow making and hunting skills. And we just had a family camp that we just finished this weekend, and um, ended up with a roadkill deer surprise that we got to tan during the week. And so the families got to learn the whole hide tanning process, and really great. A good week.
Yep, it's been a great winter. Busy, lots of skills, lots of people learning. Been really fun.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. And then we have Dave Ott back up north in the land of Ohio.
Yeah, back up in the very cold north. Wrapped up the smudging class that went really well. Really useful to a lot of folks. Matt comes on the program like everybody's favorite uncle, and everybody loves him. I don't know what it is.
Hair.
And I've been making beard rings out of deer bones. And I went to put my beard ring in today just because I think it looks cool. I probably look like a dork, but luckily I'm old enough that I don't care. And I was putting it on, and it's cooked bone, right? So you're always taking a chance with cooked bone because it just doesn't like to stay together like regular bone. And so I'm putting it on and try to pull it in, and it looks all cool and everything. And then, bam, breaks. Super glue. So that's what I've been up to. Good to see y'all.
You got a picture of yourself with the beard ring? That'd be perfect.
Yeah, I'll make sure when I edit this to put that in front and center.
Well, thanks, Dave. And I look at Dave. He's in like a castle wall too. It's like, whoa, he's protected. Look at him. he's prepared now with the stone wall. And then of course we have Jorge Brana, longest lasting. Well, go ahead, Jorge. He's still in Jersey.
There was more long lasting people than me there. We had a kind of like a pause during the fall winter time. I've been helping Rick with some of the classes for families and children and teenagers, and so I'm really waiting for next weekend that we're gonna get together again, and we're gonna have a teen group for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I've been idling in my job, which is not my passion, waiting for this moment. And so now, as we're starting to warm up a little bit, um, we're gonna get back together, do some programs, and all over the place. Go to Death Valley, New Jersey, California, all over the place. So looking forward for that. That's what I've been doing lately. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jorge. Thanks everyone for coming. And what I've been up to, well, just recently, cutting a lot of firewood. And I got this big leaf maple firewood that's like, have you guys ever worked with big leaf maple firewood? It's like amazing. It's like unheard of. I don't it's just beautiful to split. And been, doing kids classes. We did a camp out a few weeks ago. And also, and Jorge has been joining me on this. It's an online teacher training course, which has been pretty fun. So like, we can reach different people how to teach kids. Behind the scenes, of course, with this project, there's like this, I think for all of us on this Zoom call, we're so, it's like we want to see Tom's legacy go forward, and we want to see the primitive camp, of course, still be in use, and that's going to happen, this summer. I just want to give you guys some figures so you know what you're giving to as far as the Go Fund. Now, the Go Fund, they do take some funds out of it, and I don't think they used to take as much. It's like 2.9%, and 30 cents each transaction. But it worked. The incredible thing is there's like 470. Well, there's 472 people, and there's a few more that mail stuff in. So it's like 475 people donated something, maybe $20. There was a couple people anonymous that donated $10,000. So there's a huge spectrum. But the thing to me, what really got me was that this many people cared about the camp that we reached. It was like, wow, there's people that care about it. And so some of these funds we're continuing to use for the office space. We're continuing to use for some of the admin, things like that, and then insurance. And also I've been talking to a few lawyers, a few attorneys, and we're setting aside funds for that, because that might cost a bit if we need to go into a legal battle or not. Right now we're doing our best. I'm doing to work with the Conservancy, keeping it out of the courts, but there's these legal things that come up. So we're uncovering things. But right now, I think if we can just align, what we're doing with the Conservancy, that there's very similar values there, so I think it's just a matter of, like I said, it's always about re-educating or educating what we're doing, because people just don't understand. Hey, what are you guys doing? And so if they don't understand what you're doing, they're going to fear that, and they want to sort of like not do it, So anyways, that's a little bit of an update on that. And I wanted to have, so some of these guys that are here, why don't you guys share a little bit? I know what like the 4E crew, we're going to be doing, like a weekend thing coming up. Well, we have a teen thing, but I mean, in the primitive camp, around Memorial Day weekend, we're going to have a family thing. And then we have a couple more weeks in the summer. And just to say, I know Jorge is going to be involved. Yeah. So Jorge and I have been talking. We're going to do like a regular week-long family camp in the Pines. And then we're going to do the family escape class. Yeah. But it's family version, it's not, it's Jorge's family version. We're going to tame it down a little bit. Yeah. It's going to be a blast though. It's going to be really fun, because he said it's like a movement, adventure class. So that's just to get you guys excited about what's going on. But yeah, River, do you want to talk about what you guys were up to with Tracker School?
Yeah, absolutely. Starting planning for this past year started almost immediately after the classes had ended, back in September. And, I was very gung ho. I wanted, about like 4 or 5 more classes on, but judging by timing and everything, we just, and this time of transition where we were just trying to figure out the best schedule. Yeah, we're very excited. I'm excited to get back teaching. I've just did my first private class over in Germany a couple months ago, and it was weird. It was the first time I've ever done it alone. I couldn't rely on Matt for all the answers because he has all of them. But it just got me so intrigued on the different styles of teaching, and I'm just so excited on what this year has to bring, because it's always different. No matter if it feels like it's going to be the same, it's always going to be different, whether it's the people involved or your mindset with it. But we are all excited.
Yep, super excited for this summer. Want to say thank you to everybody who donated for the primitive camp. With the insurance costs and with administrative costs and all those things, and Tom not around to do the classes, it's been amazing to have the support of the tracker community so that we can still operate in the primitive camp. Such a special place. And yes, very excited about this summer's schedule that's coming up. So excited to be teaching in the Pines with the same crew that we've been teaching at for years now. So yeah, very excited about this summer that's coming up. And Tom was a wily guy, and he had some pretty amazing ways about him, and somehow was able to operate in that primitive camp in some sort of legal limbo, it seems like, for a number of years, because he was always thinking about the lineage, and he was always, putting a bubble of protection out there. He was always, really looking out for that landscape on a spiritual level. And I think it's really important that us as tracker students, people who are carrying this lineage, start to do that same thing, to envision protected and healthy and whole habitat in the Pine Barrens surrounding the primitive camp. It's a special place.
Yeah, I think I would just second what Matt said. I think that it's a good way for every tracker student to just start their day, at your sit area, that you can envision grandfather's camp and just anywhere in that primitive camp, and envision that while you're at your sit area each morning.
Tom always held that umbrella of protection in the camp. You can feel it. You can feel it every time you go in and out of that camp, that it was always protected. He gave us the tools. He always said, you're not going to be an expert. You have to practice. But I gave you the tools. And if you practice, eventually you will get it. So you have the tools in your hands. So let's put them to use. And like Matt called you to, let's start putting that umbrella of protection. Because now it's different. Tom, and I don't have a single doubt in my mind, Tom was the tracker school. He was the tracker school. Now we don't have that. So we are the tracker school. Now it's we. And it can be done by 4 or 5 instructors. It's not. We don't need the support of the whole community. We not only need the material support of the community, we need the spiritual support in order to protect that camp. But now it's us. We need to continue this. So I really appreciate for all the help, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Jorge. Hey, Dave, do you want to say anything else? I forgot.
Just mentioning that, even in the past few years, as more and more of the instruction duties were taken over by different folks at the primitive camp, even then you could see this thing growing, like this group of people that was super dedicated to teaching there. You'd have Bill Marple coming back, or Jerry Mundy, or Travis, or Carly for the last I think couple years coming back, and even more folks that all had this passion to be a part of that school there, right? Especially the standard class, because somebody else was mentioning what a neat class that is, because you've got like 50, 60, 70, 80 people all coming in just filled to the brim with this energy of change. It's crazy to feel that. And it's addictive to feel that, right? You want to come back and get some of that in your life if you're stuck or you're stagnant or a little bit. So it's been great. Um, yeah, so I'm looking forward to a really good summer again, just because there's going to be a whole bunch of folks out there sharing their passion.
Mm-hmm. Right on. There's one other person I did want to mention is Malcolm Ringwald. I think is going to be he's a big part of the tracker school. Been around a long time. The philosophy, and that was always one of my draws to the tracker school compared to all the other schools I could have gone to, because it has a different way of thinking and it separates out a different way. And I just want to props out to Malcolm. I think he's going to be there, helping out with I think the onlines and the stuff in camp. And because he's got a lot of dirt time with Tom with that. So I know he's going to be around. And like I said, Bill, and there'll probably be other people coming around, like John Young. He was around for a long time. Like these kind of people, this is an opportunity right now, I think, for us to pull together. And he set it up in some ways really well. You guys know what you're doing at those classes, and anyways, just wanted to put it out there for a few other folks to hopefully get people excited that we're going forward, and stuff's going to keep going with Tom and that legacy and Stalking Wolf's vision and his all the work he did all those years. So then you could be like, hey, what's my vision, right? That's what I did when I was a kid. It's like, wait a second, you could like do something that you're into. Hey, that's a great idea, right? I remember the tracker school that they didn't have the logo when I went in the 80s. But it was like, I found myself at the tracker school. It's pretty fun. So anyway, thanks everyone. And all right, you guys good? What do you think?
Thanks again, everybody. Really, really appreciate it, and glad to be able to be a part of what Tom did, what Stalking Wolf did. It's pretty awesome.